Welcome back to another Alliance War. Today the Hurt Locker are against Hunters of the Burning Alliance 2. That sounds a little bit like something you go to the doctor for, but hey ho. So these guys have put on flow for their global. I'm going to bring in Dr. Doom, Guardian and Corvus Glaive. So we've got a fair few fights to go through. I did do 10 fights throughout this war, but I'm only going to be showcasing a few of them. So the first two in section 1 I decided not to record. It was Unduped Quake and a Man Thing that was only rank 4, so nothing interesting. They went down within about a minute each. So the first fight I'm going to be showcasing is the Power Snack and Backup Recovery Mini in the middle. We've got a 6-star Unduped Annihilus. So the main thing about Annihilus I need to worry about here is his rod. If the Cosmic Rod is up, he can't be power drained, he can't be stunned, and he can't be incinerated. Basically everything Doom does. So that was the first thing I had to do, was get rid of that, and then I can play normally. However, the one thing I will say is with Doom, don't launch your SP2 as he crosses over 50%. Me being an idiot and not paying attention to Annihilus' health bar, launches this SP2. Backup recovery is kicking in, giving him a burst of power, so he's now in SP3 and I can't drain his power because his rod is up. I'm an idiot and I'm going to take this to the face, and goodbye health potions. Thankfully Doom is a very tanky champion and he can take this to the face without losing too much health. It is, like I said, a few health potions down the toilet, but I still can get the solo here. I've got a little bit of recovery from willpower, but not too much. You saw him going unstoppable there with, because I was obliterated, but now we're going to get rid of his buffs and just see out this fight. A little bit messy towards the end, but the main thing is I got a solo. And we move on to the next mini, which is an Unduped Korg on Mixmaster. I nearly forgot to record this. As you saw, I ran into the fight, pressed pause, hit record, and then we're underway. So it does have suicides, it does make it infinitely easier, along with being unduped. I don't quite know why you'd place an unduped Korg here. Perhaps it's just because it's a 6-star and it's the best they had. But even with suicides, he's just getting himself wrecked with that recoil. The plan here is just medium, light, medium. Watch the rock stacks. I don't have to worry about hitting lights on him, as he won't do any thorns damage to me, so that's quite nice. Doom is a pretty decent counter for Korgs. However, if he was duped or a rank 2, I probably wouldn't have done it with Doom. I would have let an Omega Red or Havoc deal with it. It's just a lot easier with them two. But here we go, he is in the bin. Pretty simple. That's both minis down, and we're on to the right hand side, just before path 8, the encroaching stun node. Now Heimdall is flow, so we're going to be using Guardian here. Guardian does not trigger flow because he doesn't crit, so he's a perfect flow counter for me. I do have a Gilly 2099, but she is only rank 2 at the moment as a 5-star, so but Guardian is probably my favourite character at the moment, and I have no plans to take her up because of him. Hopefully I'm going to get him as a 6-star. I'm going to now save all my 6-star shards for features. He is probably the one I want to rank the most. So this fight is going alright, but here we just make a little bit of a mistake. I forget about the True Strike auto block mechanic, and I get a little bit overexcited and charge him and get pied. Luckily he only does a double medium, and I get out of that with only a couple of hits. So the aim here is, I'm just timing my specials around the timer. That one was a little bit close. And here, with the 50% power reserve on your specials, it does make it pretty easy. And I'm now at an SP2, and Heimdall isn't going to survive this because Guardian Special 2 is insane. I do have a couple of Guardian videos I want to upload, showcasing just how bonkers that SP2 is when fully ramped up. So it's hopefully out within the next week. So this is the second fight now on Path 8 in Section 2. The first was an unduped King Groot, so nothing exciting, so I didn't bother recording that. It was over in about 30 seconds. So this is the rematch from my last war video, where I got SP3'd right to the face by a Venom. Hopefully this one doesn't do the same. I want to get out of this as clean as possible. This is the last fight for Doom in this war, so health doesn't really matter, but I really just want a clean fight here, just as revenge more than anything else. I stopped my combo short there. I was thinking his power gain was getting a little bit too close to SP3, and I was concerned about him getting a buff and then turtling up to his SP3. But I get mine first, and this fight now is under control. As long as I don't do anything stupid, this should be an easy solo. So I'm doing a medium coming out of that SP3, more just for safety than anything else. I think that was what threw me off last time. Like a medium, light, medium, just the timing, my finger slipped. So I just played it safe. Did a medium into medium, light, medium combo, just for safety in war. Moving on to the first mini on the right hand side, we have a Vigorous Assault, Recovery, and Indomitable Mr. Sinister. He is flow again, so Guardian will just end him. This is going to be a great matchup for Guardian as well, because no crits, so we don't have to worry about flow, and also don't have to worry about Mr. Sinister's regen. So that's just a double bonus. So this fight should be easy. I am going to be baiting out Mr. Sinister's SP1s for the most part, as I don't really want to be having him throw a SP2 to put concussion on me, as when he does, I will place a shock debuff on him, and if he then throws his SP1, he will transfer it to me. However, I do that because I'm an idiot, and Mr. Sinister does end up passing the shock back to me when I bait out his SP1. However, Guardian does have massive energy resistance when it's Sig 200. The mine is Sig 129 at the moment, so he's got around about 3000 energy resistance, so I don't take much damage from that. If I was Sig 200, I would take barely anything, so I'm really trying to get him up to Sig 200 as soon as possible. But this Mr. Sinister is about to get binned by this massive SP2, and now we move on to the next mini that we're taking, which is the Stun Reflection node with Polka Dot, and we're up against a Warlock. This fight I thought would go a little bit different than it does. I'm going to be using Guardian again because Warlock is flow. We did struggle on this fight not using Guardian or Gilly 2099 last war, so this is the plan to use my Guardian here. Now, the way I thought this fight would go would be I get an infection on me, and I would place a shock debuff on him and get power from the Polka Dot node. That doesn't happen though. For some reason, the debuff does not get placed on Warlock, and it shouldn't be reduced by ability accuracy reduction because, well, that's what it says in the writing and the abilities of Guardian. And it does come up saying shock in the red writing, as you can see right now, but nothing gets placed on Guardian on Warlock, so I don't have a clue what's going on. I have sent an email to Kabam, so hopefully they can clarify something. I also forgot to turn off willpower, which is another absolute rookie error. You want to have willpower off when fighting Warlock. That's when he puts a shock on you and power drains you via your healing. You get degen on you, and it is a pretty big amount of damage. This is just kind of a sloppy fight from me. I'm not entirely happy with this. You know, the auto blocks saved my backside there, and thankfully I've put on a 30% boost here, or my health would be way lower than it already is. It's a sloppy fight, but luckily he has recoil on, and he is just going to go in the bin, get a solo, and that's all that matters more. and we move on to the third mini I'll be taking and the final fight of the war, which is Darkhawk, and this is the reason why I brought my rank 3 Corvus. This was really the only viable option to get a charge on Corvus, and I wanted him to have a charge at least for the Mojo boss in case I was needed. You might be thinking, but Corvus and Float is a really bad option. He's not actually, not if you have a Power Stat 1 Cosmic Boost and a rank 3 Corvus with Suicides on. He can do an absolute insane amount of damage, super fast, and then Float can't really take a hold. Plus, if the Mojo did get to 3 bars of power and you throw ESP2, you do drain the power, so it's quite a nice aspect as well. But in the meantime, this fight here, it has Limber on and the auto block and evade increase, so just really need to be careful here. And I just try to switch on modes here back to the shield mode just so I can't miss and then he claps me in the face. I do make a little error here. I shouldn't have gone in there and hit him because of the auto block, but luckily I had 5 out of 5 in Limber and he can't take advantage of it. And the solo is in the bag. So that is the last fight of this war. We did go on to win, so it's 3 out of 5 now that we've won. So it's a nice wee start here, and Platinum 4 is looking like a real possibility for us. So if you did enjoy this video, please drop us a wee like, give us a wee comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel for future content. All these help me greatly and help grow the channel some more, and I will catch you in the next one.